Hi everybody, welcome to Eating Peace. It's Grace. You might be able to tell that I'm on my phone this week because my computer is doing funny things and updating all kinds of stuff and taking hours to get, not really that long, I'm exaggerating. But I knew I wanted to really make this video and share with you guys something really important that I noticed that I wanted to update you on this week when it comes to eating peace. So in my last video, I was talking about saying no and the power of saying no and the feeling of being able to trust yourself with your own clear answer and expressing that to some other person, without feeling guilty or weird or off or somebody else is upset with you because you said no and what that does to you on the inside. That when you can get that sort of straightened out and feel assertive or proactive, personal authority really, really helps, really does incredible makes changes, can be quite transformative for people when they really identify this place and move through a sense of guilt or discomfort about saying no. So somebody wrote to me and they said, I'm good with saying no. No problem saying no. I'm actually so skilled at it, practiced. Problem I have is when I'm anticipating something that is coming up that I feel really strongly about achieving or success, or I can't remember what she said right in the moment, but I'm having fear. I'm anticipating. I feel anxious. Then I want to eat right now in the moment. Well, remember, I love to describe 3 different places where food compulsion becomes sort of emotional, not just based on food, like hunger, fullness, the basic sort of the natural flow of eating, where it moves out of peaceful eating, whatever's the natural flow, and into eating wars. Not just powerlessness, which is really one of the, places that saying no shows up, feeling powerless, really. But also fear, and the third place, emptiness. I wanted to speak a little more to the fear today. Fear. Huge, giant subject. Everyone feels fear. This is one place that might be very helpful for you. If you are feeling fear now about something that's going to happen later, it's not even happening yet. You're about to go on stage. You're going to have a presentation. You have an important conversation. Something's coming up. You're afraid of failing, whatever it is. But you are anticipating something in the future. One really interesting place that I notice people get very disrupted is their thought about the fear itself. I shouldn't be feeling this. This jumpiness or this anxiety, this worry. I'm afraid because I feel this fear. I don't know what to do about it. An initial, like a strong, strong impulse to get rid of this thing called fear, which is so uncomfortable. Get off the roller coaster. Stop this ride. Stop this ride, I got to get off the ride. All right, and you can't get off the ride. Here it comes, life is doing what it's doing. So we're on the ride. If you could question only that thought first, I must not feel afraid, everything to avoid fear. I will do anything to make sure I don't feel afraid. I can't handle fear. Is it true? I need to avoid this fear. Is it true? I need to get rid of this fear, this thing that I'm calling fear, this energy. You can even almost question, this thing is called fear. And I'm not saying, see if you're crazy or not, But it is interesting, like, what if I didn't know this was called fear and I was an alien from another planet and I just got dropped into this body? Oh, there you are. Okay, go. You're a human being and you're doing a presentation tomorrow. It's got to be good. That's your assignment. What if you were an alien from another planet that just showed up and you had no reference for what an assignment was or what really needed to happen or what the outcome must be or that failure is possible, that you might not succeed, that this won't go well? What if you just didn't know it? What if it was okay to feel this thing moving around in you that's called, what if we didn't know it was called fear? What if it's excitement? What if it was just the bubbling sensations that are moving through your body that, kind of keep you awake and alert And even if you're noticing, I can't go to sleep because I have so much anticipation about this thing that's going to happen. And you just notice and watch. What if it was completely okay for that thing to be there? This feeling of fear. Totally 100% okay. What if it was? Who would you be without the story that you need to get rid of a feeling in order to survive? Or you need to move towards changing the channel on the television, on your inner emotions. I need to go get something to eat because I need to calm this thing down. Who would you be if you were not the one in control, you were not the driver, you were not and I mean that kind of control that is not comfortable, where you're trying to be a dictator over something that you really have no control over? What if you could just let things be as they are, including these feelings that are running, and notice how safe you are? I am safe. I am safe in this moment. I need to be alarmed about this fear. I need to get rid of it. Is that true? Who would I be without this story? What if it was totally okay for this fear to be here? What if it actually had some benefits? What an amazing thing to contemplate. Fear actually having benefits? Fear being a gift? Fear offering you some advantages, or maybe giving you a message? Or is there an invitation here? I know it feels so uncomfortable to experience nervous anxiety. Just incredibly difficult. I used to eat my head off over it. Believe me, I understand. All that anxiety, and you're doing something, you're consuming, and you're taking it in and taking it in. And then I would purge too, or over-exercise, just exhaust myself. So I'm not in the throes of this being tossed around like a wave by fear. But what if, on the roller coaster, and you could just say, I don't need to get off. Can I slow something down on the inside of myself, even though this thing's coming up tomorrow? Can I slow something down right here? Could I sit still for 15 minutes? If you even remember to sit still for a moment, how amazing is that? Just sit still on the couch or go for a walk and just let all those feelings run. They will course themselves through. They wind up running themselves out. And if you need to, start writing down what the worst that could happen actually looks like, what your thoughts are, what you want to avoid, what's the most terrible thing you can imagine that you really don't want to have happen. Because then when you have your thoughts down on paper, you can take them through the work of Byron Katie. You can ask if those are true, one by one, how you react, and then who you would be without those thoughts, and turn them around. How amazing is that? All right, let me know how it goes. More on fear in the future, I'm sure, because it's a biggie. All right. Take care. Bye, everybody.